Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Beers, Tableau's Chief Technology Officer, and today I'm at Tableau's headquarters in beautiful Seattle. We're here to talk about our newest release, Tableau 2019.3, and all of the amazing things that are in it. So let's head inside and check it out. So let's talk about this new release. This year, we've really focused on developing products to enable and enhance the future of data. It's all part of our goal to help everyone achieve analytics ubiquity. Now, this release focuses on augmented analytics and simplified data management, which will both keep you in the flow of analysis, as well as help bring you insights faster. Now, as always, our updates are made with people top of mind. We want to make it even easier to find and trust the data that you need to make impactful decisions. Now, there's too much in this 2019.3 release to cover it all in this short broadcast. So we're going to focus on two of the biggest new innovations that are now available: Explain Data and Tableau Catalog. We are so excited to introduce Explain Data today. Explain Data provides AI-driven explanations for data points that may be different than you expected. And the best part? All you have to do is click on an outlier. It then evaluates hundreds of possible explanations and delivers the most likely ones as a combination of natural language explanations and visualizations, revealing possible explanations that might have taken you hours to find before. And this keeps you in the flow and saves you a lot of time. Now, the next big innovation is for anyone who's concerned with data management, or how to organize and govern large volumes of data and the networks of people who use it. Tableau Catalog is our latest data management capability, letting both IT and business users govern their data, establish and promote trust in that data, and allow everyone to discover the data that they need for their analysis. And it's available through our data management add-on that we introduced earlier this year. Tableau Catalog gives you a clear, organized view of your data, right in Tableau Server or online, where people in your organization already access data to make decisions. And it allows you to understand the relationships between data and other content and understand its quality and status. And all of this lets you know that your data is governed, up to date, and trusted, helping everyone to find and explore the right data with confidence. Explain Data and Tableau Catalog are just two of the main innovations in this 2019.3 release. And both of these really further our goal of making analytics more accessible to everyone. So to get a better sense of how the products work and the impact that they can have on your team's workflow, I've invited some members of our development team and our Tableau community to talk with me about these latest additions to our analytics platform, all designed to make seeing, understanding, and trusting data faster and easier than ever before. And make sure you stay tuned for a special announcement about Tableau Conference and how to win a free ticket at the end of this show. Okay, let's get started. Artificial intelligence always sounds a little intimidating, but Explain Data leverages AI so you can get your answers faster and feel more confident in the results in a very easy way right within the Tableau platform. Also, you can uncover insights fast and get back into the flow of analysis. Let's take a quick look at how it works here.
Discovery with data is paramount. Your success depends on knowing exactly what's driving your business. And if you can get to those hidden insights fast, you'll be a data rock star. But you already work the hardest and stay the latest. You need an edge. Tableau's Explain Data helps you make sense of the outliers, aberrations, and anomalies to get and stay ahead. Using powerful Bayesian statistical methods to generate hundreds of explanations, it then surfaces the most viable ones, delivering them as a viz so you can further explore your data with the full power of Tableau. Clear and simple explanations are generated automatically, identifying causes and revealing relationships you didn't know existed. integrating seamlessly into your discovery workflow, empowering you to go from the what to the why faster. Faster discovery, no assumptions. Explain data.
Looks cool, right? Now, I know you all want to dive right in and play with it, but let's stop first and learn a little bit more. Today, I'm joined by two machine learning experts, Nathan Mannheimer and Patrick McCormick, and we're going to geek out a little bit on Explain Data. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Can you tell me a little bit about yourselves?
You bet. Thrilled to be here, Andrew. I'm a Tableau ambassador from Wisconsin and have been working with Tableau since Q4 2012.
And I'm a product manager right here at Tableau on our augmented analytics team. And these are exciting times, so I'm really happy to be here to talk about Explain Data.
Well, it's really great that Tableau is investing in these AI-based capabilities, so let's dive in and talk about that. I know there's been a lot of conversation lately about trust and AI. So in the context of a BI platform, can you talk a little bit about what elements help build trust from users?
I think really fundamentally, building trust means producing answers that are correct and useful to our users. So that both means having a really effective system under the hood, but also presenting those to our consumers in a way that they can actually take advantage of. That's where I'm really excited about the pairing of artificial intelligence and interactive visualization in Tableau, because traditionally visualization has been a way to present results. But in Tableau, it's both an exploratory tool and a presentation tool that we can continue to interact with and learn from. And any part of making a prediction, which is really the core of AI, involves some uncertainty because we're making informed guesses about the future. And a visualization allows us to present that uncertainty to our users in ways that they can really understand and work with. And that's key to making effective use of these technologies.
Agree. And one thing that'll help with trust in AI and all analytics will be the new data management capabilities that we'll hear more about in a few minutes. But specifically with Explain Data, it takes a show my work approach. So it not only presents a descriptive answer, but it presents a visualization that the user can then interact with and validate that answer and feel comfortable with it.
Right, being a part of an interactive system means people can go in and test their own understanding of the data as well. Right, great. So another thing that comes up a lot when people are talking about AI, of course, is automation, machines that are automating tasks and taking jobs away from people. Now, is this a reality in the BI and data analytics space? If it's not, then how should we really be thinking about AI and automation as it applies to data analysis?
I think there's a lot of interest and excitement and some natural concern in this area, but I think we're a pretty long ways away from the AI singularity where we have to worry about human creative thinking being computerized away. And so specifically in the context of analytics and BI, where I think we actually need more people, more human involvement in the process. Because what AI is really good at is automating repeatable tasks at scale. So we can use artificial intelligence in BI and in Tableau to do the statistical analysis, the modeling at scale across a huge number of relationships and data, but we still require that human creativity and domain knowledge to actually put those insights in context and ultimately to make a good decision based on those insights. So we need to help people start to increase their literacy, their understanding of data, so they can both be providing clean, useful, and effective data for automated systems, for artificial intelligence, and then most importantly, taking the output and actually putting it into action to change their decisions, to change their roles, their jobs, their lives, and ultimately lead to a better, more productive society.
Yeah, after experiencing the beta of Explain Data, it was really exciting because it's like an exoskeleton for the data analyst. It extends their capabilities by quickly cutting through the noise and getting to the point.
Well, it's really good to hear that Siri and Hal are just going to be our partners for a little while longer, so I'm sure everyone's very happy to hear that. Now, Nathan, you mentioned something in there that I just wanted to come back to because it's a topic that we talk about a lot at Tableau, which is data literacy. And so I'd like you to talk a little bit about why data literacy is so important when we start to bring in AI and other advanced technologies into the data analysis mix.
Absolutely. As data and analytics and artificial intelligence becomes more and more kind of the tools of the trade in performing business, working in society, we need to have a broader understanding of not only how to interpret and work with the results of those systems, but how to even frame the data so that we're providing good and useful information, and we're asking questions that can be effectively answered with AI and artificial intelligence. So this is a set of skills that really boils down to thinking critically, understanding how data fits into the task and the domain that you're working in, and that's just as valuable to a senior data scientist as it is to a CEO and everyone in between. So we really see it as vital to help people build those skills, and that means that they are feeding the right fuel into our artificial intelligence systems and taking the results of those and using the answers, the insights effectively, and actually making really good decisions based on those tools.
Yeah, as AI and machine learning augment the analysis process, it draws in more people and it prompts a richer collaboration around the data, so that to participate in that collaboration, a prerequisite is to be able to speak the language of data.
It's such an important topic, and I hope this allows everyone to sort of increase their own knowledge and literacy around data. Now, in the introduction, I talked a little bit about wanting to talk about how 2019.3 was going to change workflows. So, given these AI-powered features like explain data, how do you see that changing the workflow of people that are working with data?
Yeah, I could see explain data changing workflows the way Tableau Desktop originally did. Tableau Desktop gave more people direct access to their data and the ability to explore their data. With Tableau Desktop, they may not have to write code. Likewise, explain data is going to enable new segments of users to dig into their data. With explain data, the user may not have to drag and drop a pill.
Nice.
And I think that exactly captures where we're going to get some really exciting improvements and power-ups to our Tableau users. Because like I mentioned before, artificial intelligence is really good at scaling up repeatable tasks. And in this case, we're scaling up statistical analysis of a data set, looking across multiple different relationships, using and removing different fields of the data that an analyst could certainly do, but it would take them a lot of time. And we're automating that away to allow the human creativity and domain knowledge to come to the fore. So I think we can really think of explain data as a hypothesis generator. We can find a lot of interesting relationships and patterns in data, and then the analyst can run with those and actually generate really true, valuable insights in really, really reduced time. And I think that speed to insight is going to be so exciting for our users. I'm really excited to see it out there.
This is a really, really exciting time for Tableau. I really can't wait to see what people are going to uncover using explain data. Thank you, Patrick and Nathan, for joining me today to talk about explain data and the brave new future that's in front of us. And now, we'd like to shift over to the other part of 2019.3, Tableau Catalog, and how it will make data management easier, faster, and also more enjoyable for everyone in a data-driven environment. Let's take a look at how it works.
The more your business grows, the bigger and more complex your data becomes. How do you find the good data, the data you can trust? Tableau Catalog gives you an understanding of how data flows throughout your organization by automatically indexing all your metadata. Easily see the impact of changes and rest assured that everyone is getting the information they need from the same trusted sources. Empower your people to find the data they need and go swiftly into their analysis. Get enhanced details about your data at a glance directly in the flow. Build visibility that speaks and scales to your organization. Give you and your users confidence, data they can trust. Better visibility means better data management. Tableau Catalog.
Okay, I'd like to introduce a few of the brightest people that I know when it comes to creating and building a thriving data organization. Tyler Doyle, Zahira Villani, and Serena Roberts. Welcome, all of you. Thanks for joining me today. Could you start by telling us a little bit about yourselves?
Sure. I am a Tableau ambassador. I also help lead the Twin Cities Tableau user group, which is one of the largest and most active user groups in the world. So kudos to Twin Cities.
That's awesome.
Very excited to be here. I lead engineering for data management at Tableau.
And I'm Tyler Doyle. I'm one of the product managers on the Tableau Catalog team.
Great. Welcome, all of you. Now, I'm going to start with a question that I know everybody watching today is very interested in. Tyler, what's the deal with the cat and the pineapple?
So one of the teams that was working on Catalog is named Malibu, and it's a tradition. I've worked with them for a long time. It's a tradition to buy like a Squishable after every release. And although technically we're a little bit before the release when we got these, it fits because it's a cat inside a pineapple.
Well, welcome to the cat as well. We're here today talking about data management, which is clearly an important topic. You know, we've been talking about it a lot this year. We launched our data management add-on earlier this year. So what I'd like to start with is, what are some of the greatest data management challenges that are out there in organizations today?
Data management challenges.
Yeah.
Sounds scary, right? I actually think it's really simple, and it boils down to two main issues. People can't find data. It's in data warehouses, it's in data lakes, it's in data files on a thumb drive. There's lots of amounts, it's all over the place. And folks just don't know where to go to get it. In fact, most people probably start their analytics journey not opening desktop and connecting and getting that insight. They spend it asking Andrew at the water cooler, hey, where's the table that I need? Or is he here, do you have any idea what I'm actually supposed to be using right now? And then when they do find it, they hit their second problem. Can they trust what they found? Does it actually answer the question they think it does? Is it fresh? Can they trust it? Where did it come from? Where's it going? Who made it? So it's really kind of a combination of those two problems. People can't find data, and then when they do, they need help trusting it and understanding it.
And I would actually add on to that, Tyler. I think that the size, the amount of data that we're dealing with today, we're sort of way past the stage where data management is one person or even one team's job. We're talking about petabytes of decentralized data with ever-changing business definitions. So we have to find a way to democratize that responsibility of managing and governing our data.
Totally agree. And I think, in addition to that, like if you look at some of the challenges today, because of the amount of data and because the business user wants to find that data, you have, IT departments or a data steward, feeling like they're the bottleneck now.
Yeah.
And so that is one of the big challenges is how do we make that easier so that it can be decentralized?
Yeah. It's a setup for failure, right? When you put it on one person or one team's shoulder, it's an impossible task these days.
These are some really tough problems that you all talk about, but frankly, these problems have been around for 20 or 30 years. Now, one of the things that has changed recently, of course, is the move to self-service, right? So given that move to self-service, how do you think organizations should approach data management differently in that context?
Yeah, so I think the crux of that is what I was talking about before, is that we need to spread this job across the organization. We talked about AI and data literacy, and these are like the cool hot topics. They're super important. Data management has never been the cool kid on the block. It's the job that nobody wants to do.
Tell me about it.
Now we're cool. We have the cat.
Yeah. So what do you do with dirty jobs? You spread them across a large amount of people. And with the size and the amount of data that we have today, we need to democratize that responsibility. So my vision for data management in the future is that skill set becomes as commonplace as using Excel, right? And tools like the data catalog here will only support that and enable that to happen.
Fantastic.
The other way that I see it changing is it's also for the business user or the analyst that's accessing that data. How do I know that I can trust that data? So providing that information without having to even be thinking that, hey, this is data management, right? I have that in the context of my analysis or the work that I'm doing.
Nice. All right, well, let's get down to real serious business now. Like, what has Tableau done that is different than the traditional data management or even today's data management tools? Well, how are we different?
So the Tableau Catalog is fully integrated into Tableau Server and Tableau Online so that you can see this additional rich metadata as you're doing analysis. And it's still IT focused, right? There is still this element of IT focus. And we're providing, just going back to the two challenges that Tyler raised earlier, providing visibility so that you can discover and you can trust data. And so for the discovery part, now within Tableau Desktop or on the web, you can use the enhanced search capabilities to be able to quickly connect to the right data. from the visibility aspect, we are building a lineage component so that you can visually see all the relationships between your data sources, workbooks, data prep flows. And so if you're a data steward and you want to make a change in your data, you can see the impact of that change downstream. And for the end user, the business user, the analyst, we can actually now see within the viz, you can see, enhanced metadata, like when was the data last refreshed, who created it, has it been certified? And so really trying to do sort of the end-to-end experience of analysis, basically providing that information.
Yeah, if I had to add on what the focus of the product was as we worked through listening to the challenges, it was supporting being able to push that dirty job out to everyone, right? Help the viewers be able to understand and trust what they can find, and help the people who know things to be able to put the data into the system to help everyone else, or the metadata into the system to help everyone else. It was a big focus.
Yeah. I like that. I like this notion of sort of pushing this dirty job around, as you were saying. But these solutions, I mean, in some sense, they aren't new. Like, we've had metadata management solutions, we've had sort of solutions for understanding lineage. There are catalog tools out there today. So, if my business is invested in one of those, like, can catalog help? Like, how do those two work together?
Absolutely. So. Again, catalog is about spreading it around, and we don't mean to imply just spreading it around only within Tableau server or the context of Tableau. But if you think about where the majority of user bases are these days, it's not people hanging out in traditional metadata management tools or traditional enterprise catalogs. It's people trying to consume that metadata somewhere else. And so we're just that endpoint for that metadata to be pushed to. If you have a well-governed metadata management system with approval and workflow, Tableau is just an endpoint to push everything to, so that the user base actually receives all that hard work. So we have a bunch of APIs. They're very open. They go both ways. But it's really about being the place where most users are actually going to consume that data.
So we talked a lot about pushing this job around and having more of the organization take it on. That often leads to roles starting to change. So, given sort of the modern data management approaches that are embodied in things like Tableau Catalog, how does the role of IT and the business user need to change to really take advantage of it?
I've got some thoughts on this one. So I think first and foremost, everyone becomes a data steward, and the tools support that shift. Second is, and we haven't talked much about the traditional data governance components of this, which is like the risk mitigation and compliance and all of those factors. We need to pluck that out from data management and data governance and let that sit with information services, and really allow those teams who have been doing that work traditionally to focus on democratizing not just access to the data and the ability to analyze it, but the responsibility to manage it as well.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I think it's also for the business user, for the analyst, now having that visibility on, what data is trusted and what's not, and also having the responsibility to be able to contribute back to, that as well.
Yeah, I think the Tableau Catalog focuses on visibility as a core tenet, and one of the reasons for that is because everyone can take that visibility and incorporate it into their sort of changing responsibilities. So viewers should now be responsible for verifying the data that they're using and trying to deeper understand what they're consuming. And then creators now have a responsibility to sort of make sure that the data they're putting out there is coming from a good place, it's trusted, it's vetted, it's the right calc and all that. And so that's why the focus has really been on trying to just expose that metadata, and then people will find the right ways to use it and share it.
And all within the guardrails of IT or the central governance. You still have that visibility, right? In fact, you have more of that visibility now. Stuff was happening before that
you couldn't really
you
see
didn't know.
Yeah.
Now with that, now you can actually see that impact across your organization.
This is really, really exciting. I mean, data management has been a huge topic for us. We're taking our next big steps this year. Let's go out on a big question. What does the future of data management look like? Where are we going?
I would say transparency. We're talking about visibility into data management. And I think for me that equates to transparency, which is a key tenet of the agile approach, which everyone is trying to be more like. So I think that does two things. One is that it provides visibility to our business unit users who have no idea how hard and how complex and how big of a job data management is. And then, also just the second piece being visibility for the people doing that work and making it easier to see where the issues are and address them.
Okay.
For me, the part that I'm really excited about is the impact to the business user who's trying to make that decision to ask and answer those questions, and now being able to easily discover data to do that, and also be able to trust the data and answer it in the right time. So that's the part.
I'm kind of excited for a different thing, which might be a little weird, but like making data management cooler than it used to be. But if you think about it, analysis didn't used to be that exciting, just like crunching a bunch of numbers in Excel spreadsheets, and now people make beautiful visualizations about passion projects. Data management is kind of reaching that it's usable by humans level, understanding impact analysis and the way that things are connected, like in an understandable way. Really lets everyone kind of participate in it and get excited about owning a piece of data and helping other people use it.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, something has to change because, what is it, 70 to 90% of these projects fail.
That's right.
So
that's
we gotta do something different.
Yeah, great. This has been a really exciting conversation. Data management is clearly an important topic and one that really stands between people and creating that thriving data culture that they're trying to create. So thank you for coming in and talking to me about the next steps that Tableau is taking. And of course, thank you for introducing the world to the pineapple cat. Of course. And just like that, we're running out of time. The 2019.3 release is about making it even easier to see and understand your data. And now I want to leave you with two important things. With Explain Data, we continue to explore the world of AI and how that can create even more opportunity by taking a lot of the pain out of finding and explaining the outliers in your data. And with Tableau Catalog, we've given you even more power to overcome one of the biggest challenges that we see with data today, creating that organized, safe, and trusted environment so your people can confidently work with their data. So to get more information about these new features, make sure to join our webinar series where we will take an even deeper dive into Explain Data, Tableau Catalog, and so much more. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about that giveaway I mentioned at the beginning. We are giving one lucky Tableau customer a free ticket to TC19, which is like a $2,000 value, in Las Vegas. All you have to do is use hashtag DataFamSweepstakes on Twitter and Facebook to be entered into this giveaway. Now, even if you already have your ticket, we want to hear from all of you. Send us your reactions and questions about these new innovations. Join the conversation using the hashtag DataFamSweepstakes. Now, to end things off, I would love to invite a bunch of the development team that has been so instrumental in the 2019.3 release. Come on out, join us. Thank you all for all that you've done to make a great release. Very, very exciting. I know the customers are really going to love this release. So thank you all for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.